Hey guys. Hey guys, sorry we're having a little bit of some kind of an issue. I think there's too many people on our Wi-Fi. We have Ed playing on his phone, Bernadette downstairs, and maybe we'll be a little better. So can everybody hear me? What's up, Cooley? How are you, bud? All right, so what do you guys want to talk about? Any ideas? I think Ed gave up on us. He got sick of it. Yeah, Jason, we could definitely use the help, buddy. The problem is that our Wi-Fi is too slow. We need to upgrade it. It's just what it is, bud. Um, yeah, hopefully we can get you out here, Jason, and get it set up right. Cause I don't get it. Like right there, I was just didn't do anything. It just dropped the whole feed down. I don't know why. Yeah, well, we'll have to do that. I didn't know to do that. Mike, Mike was a trainer here. Didn't go over to plug it in. I was still going right over the Wi-Fi. So we're gonna get an Ethernet cable, I guess, and try to redo this another day. Then, Jason, is that the cable that I need? All right, Jason. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. Anyway, guys, so let's talk about snow and my truck. So I put up a post the other day on YouTube talking about my 7.3 and how I blew it up. So just want to talk about how tomorrow I have to pick that up. I'm going to do a little video on that. It's costing me over 7 grand in transmission parts. I got an ATS build transmission in it, and with a built torque converter and a bunch of other stuff. Jason, I appreciate it, buddy. Thank you. What's up, Digging Nation? What's up, Jamie Clark? How are you, bud? Anyway, and from the salt, all my brake hoses were completely ruined on the back end of the truck, so they're getting replaced. I have two worn ball joints, so that kind of sucks. So got to do that. Those transmissions in 7.3 stink, and it has a PTO, and it's supposed to be better, but that didn't live up to that. So hopefully it gets a little better on that. The new one, they say it should be good. I told them to build it specifically for plowing snow. We'll see. It's to be good for I think up to 500 horsepower. Yeah, it should be interesting. I plan on plowing with it possibly next year. I got to be honest, I might as well at this point because I got a 3-year warranty on the transmission, so might as well try to use it up and see if it's going to break while it's under warranty. What's up there? Perfect. How are you? Yeah, Fords are the best, Mike. I don't want to hear any of that. You know. Yeah, Mike. You should have told me about the Ethernet cable. I failed to listen to you on that because I needed it. What's up, Dan? How are you? Yeah, Ed wasn't here, but he went downstairs to deal with some issues. Yeah, by the way, let's talk about that. I saw that briefly about Captain talking about that. So yeah, Captain, we take all YouTube. We're gonna open up a separate business for it. We haven't done so yet, but so far I've just taken all the receipts and write-offs and just write it off against the company. And Ed does the same for anything he buys. So this year we are going to make it a complete separate like company and figure out that and buy everything under the company that we do with YouTube, or situations like going out to see you guys out in Derby. We'll purchase our stuff to go out there, fuel through a credit card in that name or whatever, like you were saying, Captain. Yeah, Bleeds Blue Ford. I agree, man. Fords are the best. There's nothing better than them. You know, I hate to say it, I've tried to buy a Dodge and Chevys, and they suck.
They're all junk, Brandon. They're all junk. It's just whatever one's comfortable.
So Ed's back.
Yeah.
Ed was a little moody, guys. You know,
man, this technical stuff, man. I'm in there looking at every internet thing I got, and I can't figure it out.
Well, I try to tell Ed and Jason, if you're still on here, tell them this, that it's technology. It's like everything else doesn't always work. And we're doing this. We have Bernadette on her laptop. We have Mariah, Miss Half Tilt, on her phone doing whatever she's doing. So, I mean, we're overloading the system here. Don't buy a Dodge. Listen, I got to be honest. I love the sound of a Dodge. I would own a Dodge. But
yeah,
I hate the way they feel. I hate the bubble hood. So I can't buy it.
Yeah, I like a Dodge up until the point I sit in the driver's seat.
Yeah.
Then just sitting in it, I can't.
Yeah, but we talked briefly last live feed. I borrowed a buddy's Dodge. Drove all the way 3 hours away. Loved Dodges before.
Towing machine.
Hated one afterwards. Never would drive one.
It's got good power for towing.
Hey, William King, buddy. By the way, I sent you those stickers out. They're on their way. They're coming soon, bud. Thank you. Yeah, Joe Southern. That's what Jason. I mean, that's what we need a guy like Jason for, you know?
Yeah.
So, Jason, we're gonna hire you as our IT guy. If you don't mind, if we need some help, please.
Man. Yeah. Yeah, I don't understand all this stuff. It's all new to me. We were never supposed to be doing this, Brandon. We're supposed to just be digging some videos on our iPhone, digging.
We'll get it. Right.
Yeah.
Listen, my 2001, I really like that truck. I got to be honest, Bobby. Probably my favorite. Man, I got to be honest. I really like my Ford Ranger though. Even though it was junk, I love that truck.
Paul Walsh.
Listen, Paul, we love you. Thank you for saying that. So, Paul, how's everything been at the Turnpike? When you're not there anymore.
He's not there.
That's right. That's right.
He's down with
what's his name?
Blair.
What's up, Nolan? That's my buddy from high school. He lives in Court. What's up, Nolan? How are you, bud?
William King.
Yeah, Jason. Don't feel bad, buddy.
I don't think he got it yet, but I know Jason's got a line on one.
Yeah, you know, speaking of Jason's tailgate, you were talking earlier about the propane tank. Jason, did you ever get your bar back, by the way, from Man Behind the Scenes?
Oh, no. You know what? Jason told Man Behind the Scenes, Aaron, to just put it in, like, shop.
Oh, okay.
Because, you know.
Yeah, Dirt Boss, thank the Lord.
Yeah, oh, man.
It's supposed to be 50 Wednesday. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, the only thing we're not looking forward to is drilling a hole 8 feet in the ground and having everything thaw into it.
And the snow, you know that.
Yeah, it's supposed to snow here tomorrow. I don't know, 3 inches I hear. Some people say 5 inches. I don't know.
Bobby, is this true? Do you really have an extra tailgate off your 2019?
Oh.
You might be in luck, Jason, you might be in luck.
Yeah. Yeah. Are you looking to rid of that tailgate, Bob? Because Jason needs one. Of course, he needs one with, of course, Jason could put all those cameras.
Jason will get the drum out, drill some holes, customize, it'll be fun. A custom wiring harness, plug and play. Oh, look at that. Jason, you hear that, buddy? You want to read that because that's Ed's cousin. Oh my gosh, Jason, you already bought one. That is Jason's luck.
It was upgraded, the one with a step. Bobby, Jason, if you don't need a tailgate, I think I'm gonna take Bobby up on that. I'll buy that off you, Bob. Be nice to have that step.
No, he doesn't have a step. He upgraded
one.
Step.
Okay, all right. Yeah. There's an arrow over the.
No, but seriously, Bobby, you ought to look at selling that tailgate if you want, because they're worth a good amount of money. You could probably get $70-100 used for that. I would say easy.
Jason, did you get the one with the cameras in there, or did you? You're gonna have to put your cameras in it, because Yeah. Yeah, Miss Full Tilt, she likes to step on hers for sure.
Yeah, Paul Honeyman, man, I
Yeah.
agree, man. Technology's great, but when it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I'm not a tech guy, so I can make it work until it doesn't work. Then I'm done.
Yeah, Bob, if you don't mind my asking, what did you pay for the tailgate with the step? Because we've been carrying a little step stool for the 450 because we're in and out of the back of the truck all day long. That's one thing that, well, GM does with the bumper. I really like to step in the bumper.
Hold on, wait, let's just stop there. Jason, can you tell us? I don't know. Well, how do you know the exact cost of a tailgate? Can you tell everybody what happened? Just kidding, bud. Just kidding. Go ahead, man.
I don't even know what I was saying.
Doesn't eat anything. I'll just.
Yeah, right. Keep it
Yeah.
unless somebody else needs it. Yeah. Yeah.
Travis Macy, you're starting a war, bro. $60 for his 95 tailgate.
Wow.
It's pretty good.
That's real good. Of course, that's that's probably pretty old. I mean, pretty needs some work.
Yeah. Well, what? Let's talk about the 306 today and how you had that out.
Oh yeah, finally got to run my 306 a little bit. I went outside at like 10:30 this morning, and I knew I wanted to get the trailers shoveled off, because we're gonna need a trailer this week, and they're all buried in the snow. And I was like, you know what? The snow is piling up next to these trailers where the tires are gonna get, frozen into the snow. So I got the 306 out. I mean, 304 would have been easier to get out, but I was like, I'm running the 306. I got nothing better to do, and I love running that machine. So it is just, oh man, Wendell, I love that machine. Love it.
As soon as we got that
It's
hoe,
so nice.
how about it? Literally,
So
the day we got that excavator,
Yeah.
it took Ed about
Yeah.
15 minutes on it, and he goes, dude, this is probably the fastest,
It is.
smoothest excavator I've ever
Yep.
ran. And what's cool is that when I get on it, Ed's able to kind of dumb it down, slow it down.
Yeah, you can go into the settings on that thing, and you can make the controls and the boom move slower.
Good night, Jason.
Yeah, good night, Jason.
Bobby, $700 you got for that tailgate. We should get one. That ain't
Wow.
bad.
Yeah, that's not
Send
bad at
Ed the
all.
link to that, Bobby.
Yeah. Let me know. The guy in Hamburg sells takeoffs. Jason probably got his from like Arizona.
William King, let's talk about that. I'm more recent at starting out, so I'll discuss that with
Who's
you.
that? William King?
Yeah. So a big excavator, in my opinion, is a lot easier to run when it's a zero tail. Like I can run a big zero tail excavator better than a mini zero tail.
Yeah.
But you put me on a big excavator that has a big tail swing and I'm lost, I'm scared. But I do like how on a big excavator in the beginning it's slow.
Yeah.
You're waiting for the levers. You're
Yeah.
waiting.
Yeah.
On a mini, you're moving. That bucket's instant,
Yeah.
and it's a lot more precise. It's quicker, and it's so I think I would say to learn, I would say a bigger hoe on a pile of dirt would be easier than a mini on a pile of dirt.
To learn, but are you talking about starting out in business or starting out running on the machine? Quit moving that thing around. You're making my eyes buggy. Yeah, just because really cool. Yeah, I think if you're going to be, starting out in business, a mini excavator is the best way to start out. But you've got to be able to do something with it. I mean,
Yeah.
you can't just, I've got a mini excavator and put yourself out there, because you know how they say bad news travels quicker than good news. You definitely don't want to be going out there doing work you can't achieve. People aren't going to want to pay for it. So, like I said last time, Brandon set up cones in the driveway and just practiced going in between the cones in a pattern without hitting the cones and picking up more and more speed
Yeah.
as he did that. And it gave him a lot of control. Now, that being said, it gave you control of the machine, but you still got to be able to do a job.
Yeah, and know what to do.
Know what to do.
And William King, I mean, as far as like a business standpoint, the best machine for you is to start is the one you need for the job.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? I
What
don't
kind of
know.
work do you have?
Like for us, a mini excavator is the way to go. For me personally, it's cheaper. I was able to afford it. I don't do big work. I do
Yeah.
small weekend jobs. Ed doesn't need anything that big
No.
anymore. We don't do that type of work.
No.
And the 306 is the biggest, newest machine we have, and we barely use it.
Right. Yeah,
You
we
know,
bought
it's
that
sad.
last year to do a bunch of new site builds. Hey, RK Brower Contracting, what's up, man? You're right close to, I think you're in Bucks County, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I always see. I did see you a lot on Instagram. I don't see you too much anymore.
Yeah, I've talked to him. He's asked us to meet up with him. We should do that someday.
Yeah.
He's real close.
Yeah, I think he's in Bucks County.
Yeah, Bedminster. That's right.
Percy.
Bedminster.
Oh my
All right, I
word!
got it.
Wow, that's
Yeah, we should definitely.
Yeah.
We have you. I'll send you the Instagram link, Ed, to them.
Quit moving everything around.
I'm trying to scroll down so you can see the comments.
Oh man,
These old guys, man.
I'm
what
telling
the
you,
heck?
man. When you're old, I hate all this stuff moving.
I'm 27. Ed's 50. Sadly, I know he puts his head down when he says it. When Ed turned the day at Ed's 55th birthday, I have to tell the story. So Ed's 50th birthday, Ed's grumpy, and I told this to the Derby boys. Ed's grumpy, and I'm like, "Hey, why are you so mad today?" He's like, "Do you know what it's like to turn 50?" I'll never forget. I did not laugh. It was funny.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna give him a hug. It was all right.
Yeah.
The 306, does that have grade control?
You can get it set up with that, but I don't have that on it.
And that is the next gen, correct?
Yeah, it is the next gen machine. It's got the stick steer, which is really cool. I mean, you can drive that machine, steer that machine with your left joystick and operate either two functions of your boom. You got your tiller over here, which is normally your swing boom, turns into your swing. I mean, you can set it up. It's so whatever the operator wants.
Yeah.
Is you can do so many different things with it.
William King, hands down, the best starter skid steer is a Bobcat. I don't care what Ed says. My opinion is a Bobcat. Cheapest, and they run and run.
Yeah.
You know, like, man, one Ron used to have, that thing was a piece of junk.
Captain, you didn't miss anything. Just, two guys are digging the dirt trying to do computer stuff. Of course, we've got all the support in the world. My next door neighbor, Joe J, is a computer genius. And Jason works a lot. I mean, the guy could pretty much build a computer. But the 259B3, yeah, I'm not sure. I didn't see the comment on that. Yeah, I had a 259B3.
Where do you see that at?
And there was a second to last comment. It was a great machine. I just, at the time, back in 2014, I didn't really, I was setting generators with it, and then all of a sudden the company wanted to see specs that it could handle it for safety, and I could not produce those specs because it couldn't handle it according to the specs, although it did it. So I got rid of it and got the 242 rubber tire because I was working a lot on blacktop, and on blacktop, I really think tires are better than tracks, especially when you're trying not to tear up the blacktop.
So Travis Macy with the Cats, I'm just saying that for a cost reason, and just like Bobcats, man, I've seen guys beat the heck out of them, and you can buy a Bobcat for 20 grand and with a couple thousand hours on it and run it, and it'll be all right. It's got and William, so that's funny. You asked that. Ed's always busting my chops about a skid steer because I think I'm pretty good on a skid steer. And if I can't do something on a skid steer, Ed right away is like, "You're the pro. Come on, get on that thing and do it." So but Ed's a better skid steer operator for sure.
Well, I mean, I'm twice your age, and I started when I was a kid. So if I wasn't, there'd be something wrong.
And RK Brower, that's how I feel about a Bobcat. They're just like, I mean, even my E26, there's nothing that it's 2019. And I would feel confident in fixing anything on that machine.
Yeah.
It's pretty simple.
Yeah. That's why we like the T190.
Yeah.
I mean, you have done every bit of wrench turning on that thing.
And the thing is, man.
Dirt Brute, how's it going, man?
The T190 stinks as far as, like it's foot controls and all that nonsense. But at the end of the day, that machine sits and it still runs.
I really want to get a Kubota, the SVL 90. I really want to get one of them. But that radiator, how it's set up, I mean, I watched Dirt Boss change oil on his, and oh man, it just looks like such a pain in the butt. And Dirt Perfect has had all kinds of problems with his. Now, of course, it's an older machine, but still, and I would not buy a new one because I am so anti DEF, which makes me sound old. I get it,
Yeah.
but the DEF just robs all the power away from everything. All the electronics make it so much hard. In fact, my 306, had I known there was that much electronics, and it has a DPF filter, I probably never would have bought
Well,
it.
like Lager Wade said on the live feed, that's why. What was he saying? What do you call it? Global freezing.
Yeah.
Having global freezing.
Right.
Because the
All
DEF.
the DEF is reversing the global warming.
Bobby Boland, yeah, I would have to agree that the E26 is much slower than the 303. Remember, I said that as soon as I ran it that day.
Yeah.
Instantly. Yeah, I'd agree. And another thing about the E26 that I hate about it, I do a lot of work in grit paddock areas, and I go to track through a pile of grit or loose stone. And,
As soon as it gets in your track frame, you're done. It just stops.
but what's weird is the one we demoed, the one that we demoed before we got it, never did that.
Yeah, the one we demoed was strong. Really, I mean, not that yours isn't.
Yeah.
It just the tracking power just isn't there. Is
Travis,
the truck still out of service? My truck is back. I just had to have the brakes completely rebuilt due to salt. And Brandon's, we're picking up tomorrow, transmission.
yeah.
So
That should be
yeah.
the Travis Macy. No, I've never seen that. I'm going to check that out. D-Boss Garage. I'm going to copy that and take a picture of that quick. I'll check that out. But my buddy actually has a Cummins swap truck. It's pretty cool. And yeah, that thing rips. He did it all himself. I don't really know what he did. We grew up together. My buddy Jake, the one that works for Dad's Township, has a wood welding company.
Yeah.
I'll still buy it. Oh, right. You're still is it side by side for sale?
No, not at all.
The snowmobiles are for sale,
No.
right? Anybody want a snowmobile?
No, I'm not selling any. You know what? I look at take it from an old timer. If you've got something that you bought when you were younger and you enjoyed it, immensely, which I mean, four-wheelers, snowmobiles, golf carts, bicycles, all that stuff. It's not really worth. I mean, does anybody here really need $2,000, $3,000? It's it's worth more to me. Southern Dirt, how you doing, buddy?
What's up, buddy?
I think you're better off just keeping this stuff. It's better as a memory. Like my one snowmobile is the last brand new snowmobile that I bought in 2007, I believe. And the other one was my buddy Jason Doms, which got killed in a car accident, unfortunately. And I bought that off of his dad just because I really didn't want anybody else to have it. So it it just sits next to mine. Well, the reason you can sit there and collect dust forever.
So the reason why I always joke with Ed about that is Ed talks about snowmobiling all the time.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you guys know if you work with someone long enough, you get to talking.
Yeah.
And like someone says something, it's like that sounds like a good time.
Oh yeah, it was a great time.
So Ed had me all like ramped up to go snowmobiling then.
Oh man, RK Brower, I had an '87 20th anniversary collector's edition convertible, electric blue. I mean, that car was the car. I mean, I bought that thing as like right after my senior year of high school. Man, I wish I could have had that car back. That was the car. It was it believe it or not, it had the 305 with a 5-speed. That was, I mean, they all came through that way. Everybody always says they came through in a 350. They did not. But man, it was it was the most awesome car I've ever owned.
Yeah.
I mean, it was so cool. I sold that thing. I traded it in like a dummy with 11,000 miles on it.
Now it'd be worth a lot of money.
Oh yeah.
But Bernadette, I agree. Back to snowmobiling. So I try to get Ed to go snowmobiling all the time with me. He has 2 snowmobiles in the shop.
RK Brower must be the same age I am, man.
How old are you, RK Brower? What's funny is that
he used to cruise around playing White Snake wearing mullet wig. That wasn't a wig, I guarantee it. It was your hair. Pontiac Trans Am, yeah, they were cool cars. I mean, that was back like I thought cars were cool then.
Yeah.
Now I wouldn't own a car.
The thing is, cars back then, it's so much more style.
He's 35 or 36, I think. When you weren't listening to White Snake, buddy.
I think it's making funny. Ed used to have a ponytail.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's talk about that. So
I didn't have a ponytail. I had a rat tail.
I always tease that about the rat tail. It is funny. Um,
Oh man.
so
Yeah. Good times.
RK Brower Contract Services. Who do you do work? I mean, do you work locally? Do you travel? How many guys do you have?
He's nearly 50. Okay. 125 SM. Yeah.
Yeah, he's nearly 50.
Yeah. Yeah, I think on his Instagram. Yeah, no, I'll tell you what. Joe and his wife, well, it's his wife's car. I think she's owned it since she was 16 years old, I believe, Joe. That is a beautiful car.
Yeah.
I mean, I
I've
mean,
seen it.
he lives right next door to me. I see that car all the
It's
time.
pretty.
It's a beautiful car. It's all
What did he-
original.
What did he? Remember, he asked me to. What did he need to fix on that? That he came over and asked me to fix. Was that the carburetor? What was that? And I fixed it for
I don't
him.
know.
The Cutlass Supreme.
Yeah, that was
Man.
a nice car.
All these cars here, I've never even.
What's your favorite car? You don't even want to know. What
My
his
favorite car
is.
is probably an Evo or an STI. Honestly, I'm not really American car guy. Listen, I'm a fan that 4 cylinders with a turbo, just the way to go.
Give me a big V8.
Ford Escort 4-door, the tank. That was the Gator, Brandon. Oh yeah, that was the Gator.
That was the game.
No, but you know what I am into,
Yeah.
guys? Seriously, about cars, is antique cars. My uncle, as a kid, collected them. I think they're really cool. What's a carburetor? Kidding. I don't know what that is either. I just acted like I knew it, put some bolts in it, and told him he was good to go, Joe. We did Best Venture on commercial.
He's a one-man band. Sounds
Oh,
like us.
that's pretty cool, man. We
Yeah.
definitely should get together with him at some time.
Yeah.
I'll contact you via social media, bud.
Yeah, Instagram or something.
Travis Macy, oof, Brandon. I know that's embarrassing.
I
People
know.
always make fun of me for. I'm sorry.
You know what? When he bought his brand new STI and brought it over here, he's like, "Let's go for a ride." I'm like, "No, I'm not getting in that." And I didn't. The
No,
entire
no,
time
you
here,
never
I
did. You
never
never
got in
did.
it.
Mariah. Well, so my first truck was ever Mariah. Guys, Mariah's my girlfriend, by the way.
Yeah.
Ford
We can't
the Ford Ranger. So I can't even say
Yeah,
that because
yeah,
that
on
TikTok.
on TikTok, man. Oh man, that's funny.
But yeah, so my
Yeah.
first truck was a '91 Ford Ranger that I sold to get my truck off to Ed, my old
Yeah.
7.3. And I got to
Yeah.
be honest, still to this day, the Ranger never let me down, and that's probably one of the
Yeah.
most cars I miss
Yeah.
the most.
My first vehicle, well, my third vehicle was a brand new Ford Ranger, and they were awesome. That was '87 Ford Ranger. I bought that my junior year of high school, and I bought my Camaro my senior year.
So RK Brower, I got to be honest. So I had an STI about a year ago, and yeah, I think I had it for not even a year, and I was so sick of it because when I got it, I was into it. And then after a year of bouncing around, I was over it and sold it and got a truck
Yeah.
again. Didn't last long.
Yeah.
Maxi Works, yup. That's best post on social media right now. Love it.
What's that?
The Ford,
Oh, yeah,
Ford
yeah,
Ranger. I can't
It
say it.
is, man.
Yeah,
I'm
I mean-
telling you.
Well, you used to have a Ford Ranger just like mine.
I did.
What's up, Red Dog? How are you, bud? Yeah, Miss Full Tilt's golf car is pretty cool. It's pretty bougie.
Oh yeah.
It's
man.
probably bougier than a
Oh
car,
yeah.
to
It's
be honest.
got the aluminum wheels.
It's red. It's all decked out. It's pretty. Later, 125 SM. I had a Ford Courier.
You got to get to bed 125. Yeah, it's probably like midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning there.
So William King, do you still have the 92? Mine was a 4-cylinder manual with black and red interior. I hated the red interior though. It was out of date.
Chevy Impala.
Look at
Nice
that.
car.
Look at Trail and Track. I can't believe how different you guys look without your hoodies on. You don't look like father and son now, huh? That's funny. Well, what are these Ford? What are these Ford cars that people keep talking about? The Couriers. Courier. What is that?
I don't know.
I never heard of that. 1974. Paul Harvey, what's up, buddy? Yeah, thanks, man. That concrete pour. So
Alan, take it easy, buddy.
let's talk about that concrete place. So the company, I can't really mention what it's called, but that place is a meat processing plant that's pretty local. And basically we work behind the scenes doing any concrete work, demo work. We've gone in there and replaced drains.
Oh my word, we've had
You know-
equipment inside there so many times. with the safety guy walking around with his sniffer, sniffing the exhaust because we had all the Tier 4 final stuff in there. And he's like, "Oh, that air is so clean, you could put your lips around that." I'm like, "You can put your lips around it."
Yeah.
But I'm not.
Ha-
I actually think that the
Who's Michael? How did they know that?
I think the stuff with all the clean, the particulate filters on and stuff, the air smells worse than the way it used to.
Look, Paul Honeyman. So listen, Paul, we complicate, how would you say that word? I thought about doing that with the 306 and on a tube and getting Ed to twirl me around for a funny video.
And then my wife smashed her head into the ceiling of the side-by-side.
Yeah, and then after that happened, I was like, you know what? I don't need to get hurt. Not worth it. Not going to do that.
Yeah, you got to have fun, guys, but man, you got to be careful.
Ed, you know this ping pong had the question, how do you switch easily between a 18 PSI thumb and a 22 PSI hammer? I'm new and not sure how to make sure to switch on job.
Well, on my machine, it has in the computer, in the monitor, you just switch between the thumb and the hammer and monitor, which if you watch some of our videos, I think, like, if you watch the video when we hooked up the hammer, I showed how I switched between the thumb and the hammer, and internally in that computer, it does it on its own. So watch that video of how to hook up a hammer on a mini excavator, and it'll show you exactly how to do that between the thumb and the hammer. Yeah.
Oh, it's funny, man. So Travis Macy, that's like a common place to work, I guess,
Yeah.
I'm not going to say the name, but but you're totally right, Michael. I'm not going to lie to you. Patrick Selfies, I've never heard of that. I'll have to check them out. Never heard of it. Yeah, the DPF machines, man, they do.
I worked in Michigan unloading cattle. That's how.
Yeah, and that's pretty funny,
Yeah.
Pretty on point.
Windsor, DPF machines, they're horrible. I hate it.
Yeah, I mean, when we worked at the Turnpike, there was always issues with DPF. I think DPF machines are way worse than DEF all day. Way worse.
Yeah, ping pong. What type of machine do you have that you're trying to switch this, between the thumb and the hammer? I mean, if it's not done internally through the computer, I wouldn't know what to tell you. I mean, there is different settings in my computer that I can adjust the flow manually through the computer.
Oh, you can do it PSI wise too?
Yeah, I can. Yeah.
So in my Bobcat, what it is you can just choose a tool.
I can choose a tool, but I already have them all preset.
Oh, that's pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
See, I can't change the settings on my. At least I never looked into it either. Yeah, ping pong. Let us know if you need any help with it. Can help maybe assist you some more if we can.
Yeah, depending on what machine you have.
If it's a cat machine or a Bobcat, or John Deere will be a better help. If it's another brand, it might be hard. Now let's also talk about. I know we're going to jump back a second.
Joe, take it easy, buddy.
Later, Joe. Have a good night.
Glad you joined us for the third or fourth time or whatever it is.
So Southern Dirt, listen, I agree with that. I'm about going back to older equipment, but then I get into, my 7.3, for instance, is blown up right now. And at the end of the day, I just feel like my new truck, it has its own issues and blah, 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 but it's more reliable than my old truck. So I just hate to say it. Is it? I don't know, bro. I feel when I get behind the wheel, though.
If it's a machine or a truck you're going to use every single day, you probably want to bite the bullet and go new. Like we bought, guess what? We've got a brand new 304 E2 with 300 hours on it, and it's in the shop.
Yeah.
And the old, no emissions at all, 304E is still running every day, paying the bill for the E2 because your payments never stop.
Yeah.
You got to still make a payment. They still want their money.
I know, and it's kind of funny, I could say that all I want, but at the end of the day, I have a brand new truck that I haven't driven in 3 weeks since we've been before Derby. I've been in the 6.0. Mariah actually says the other day to me, we just want to buy luxury.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't have to shut off my.
Wendell Hopkins, there's usually a valve you switch. Yeah. There is, but on the newer machines, they don't have manual valve. It's all done through the computer a lot of times.
That RK Brower, if you look at that guy on Instagram, Kostanex, he's out of Jersey.
Yeah.
I mean, that guy runs. I mean, he has some new stuff too, but he has a lot of older equipment, like back like mid 2000s
Yeah.
equipment, and before all this DPF and DEF took over. And I'm telling you what, it is some nice, clean. I mean, he takes really good care of that stuff. And I don't know. I mean, he runs it every day. I mean, he's got a couple new ones, but
Yeah.
I'm in the thought. I mean, if I could find, like, for a track skid loader, I'd really like to get the SVL 90, but I want one without all the DPF. And I'm looking, or maybe a Takeuchi, but I definitely want to go with the one that's without the
Yeah.
DPF.
Well, and Ed,
Because I don't run it enough. I
Yeah.
just don't run it enough.
and Ed loves you. I mean, I didn't really run that as much as you did, the Kubota. I did ran a little bit, but you really held those slopes and mics. I mean,
Yeah.
you always, every time you ever ran a Kubota, even the first time we plowed with one,
Yeah.
first of all, the flip up door is nice to get in and out of the machine.
Great.
I know Mike from They're Perfect. Mike is really sold on the new JCBs with the side door. I'm just not. I don't know. Right.
Sani 26U. Wow. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I've never got on a Sani. My cousin was looking to get one because he said they have like a 5-year warranty, but yeah, Dirt Brute 7.3 every day. Yeah, I mean, they got weak transmissions, but I agree with you, man. They are strong motors. They run forever.
Dirt Brute, I mean, my dump, it's not on video much, but it is 50-some thousand miles. It's clean. Ed's put a lot of money into it. I've put a lot of money into the truck, and I just feel like it's hard to pass away. I just want to keep it going, so I totally agree. I'm hoping that this transmission's good and it lasts forever.
William King, look at there's a place in our area in southeastern Pennsylvania called Harry's You Pull It. You can probably find them on the internet. They're near us. You might want to check with them. But it's a huge parts junkyard. They might be able to help you out. But I mean, I think a Ranger Explorer motor will fit in that.
Yeah.
Same year, yeah. I mean, without having to do anything. So, yeah, the flip up door is what's got me sold on the Takeuchis and the Kubotas. The Cat, man. I mean, I know somebody said, I forget who said stick with Cat, but man, they just, there's such a tight cab, and I mean, you load anything on the back of your truck, you better be able to get it off your forks. You better not have it chained because you're not going to unhook it. You're just not, unless you got somebody with you. So. Like if you have a skid loader as like a yard machine, we have a skid loader here all the time, but we don't use it because like if you come back to the shop for something, you can't load it yourself.
No,
because you can't unhook the chain.
Yeah.
So
and that's one thing.
Yeah,
Captain,
Garyville, PA, near Red Hill. Yep.
And Captain, the thoughts on a side door and climbing over. I think the side door is a great idea. I do, but I just don't know how I really feel about JCBs. I think they have a great market. But I know a company that uses them, Magnus, and he hates them. Yeah. He hates them. He thinks they're the worst machines ever.
Well, they buy everything that's cheap. I don't like Komatsu.
I don't like Komatsu either. Like the 65s at Pearson, they suck.
I hate it.
But when you were in the machine, it felt nice,
That's why I bought the 303 less horse, no emissions. Yeah, we had 4 303.5 E2s.
Yeah.
We bought 3 of them and then demoed yet another one just recently before we bought the 304. That is, I can't run it. I cannot run that machine. It's too slow, it has no power. It feels like I'm running a machine has rubber bands on it. It's holding me back. What do I think of the case of Jason? That was a piece of junk.
Yeah.
Case has probably, I mean, I grew up on John Deere backhoes, but I got to say, Case makes one heck of a great backhoe. I like their backhoes better than Cat backhoes, personally. I mean, that's my personal opinion.
And you know what?
But I grew up on John Deere, so I'm kind of partial to John Deere's. But the Case should just stick with backhoes because, in my opinion, I don't know.
So Ed, let's talk about this machine. Let's see what's that machine I always send you? The Melomac.
Oh yeah.
Those things are cool, but how do you pronounce them?
Melonac or Melomac?
Yeah, they're pretty
like that. Yeah, they're neat. Yeah, that case that was, oh my word, that thing wouldn't even get out of its own way. And that was a brand new machine.
Yeah. Yeah, the JCBs, and I've read a lot of reviews on them. People, and I don't know where the closest JCB dealer to us even is. I know there's that one down in Delaware.
Earthborn
Are they?
down near where Ray lives.
Yeah, Captain, that's the right one. I think they're so
Southern
cute.
Dirt. You bought? Didn't you get like one of those D1 Southern Dirt? I saw a picture. You had a D1 or a D2, the new models. Did you buy that, or were you just demoing it? I know you have a lot of cat equipment, Southern Dirt.
Captain, what do you think about those?
There is another Harry's in Hazleton. Yep, everything's buried in snow. Yeah, how do you pronounce it?
Macalac? I don't even know.
Yeah,
but I think those Macalacs are pretty neat.
They are neat.
And the thing is, you can move. It's like an excavator on tracks that move as fast as skid steer. They cruise.
Yeah. Well, you see the rear sprocket on those things, man. You bought the machine and Cat bought it back, Southern Dirt. Wow. You disliked it that much. Wow.
FCF, I've ran New Hollands at a farm I used to work at when I was a kid, and I used to like them, but I gotta be honest, I was a kid, I was so happy to run it, it didn't matter what it was.
Yeah, Captain, I don't know why Mike loves that JCB so much. I have no clue. I've never ran one.
Really, Captain, their headquarters is right in Boston? I did not know that. Interesting.
Yeah, it's probably like their
American headquarters. Yeah, that's pretty neat. I did not know that.
Yeah.
I thought it'd be somewhere out west. JCB in Harrisburg. That's kind of a good drive.
Yeah, Earthborn's right down there in Warminster. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
80 grand for the small one.
Well, and that's the thing, man. They're a lot of money, but
it's like a mini excavator
and a skid steer. I've considered them, but that, like you said, Bobby, $8,000 is a lot of money for one.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I mean, I paid $65 for a 304. So when you look at it like that,
yeah,
you can't buy a skid loader for $15.
I'll check that out, Trail Trackers. Thanks.
I don't think he bought one. I think he bought a 95.
No,
in our buildings.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he did. Septic guy here he loves it.
I feel like I would break that job single boom, but hey.
Captain, hey, somebody's got to break the stuff, you know?
Yeah. Someone's got to give something for Mike to do.
That's right. That's right. Captain has been working on that YouTube yacht. He's got the IFC forms in, and I believe he was going to be working on trying to get some stone drainage in around there, which I hope you use some fabric before you put stone in there, Captain, because that mud's going to seep into those forms.
Hey, Captain, about those forms, what's the tightest radius you could do? Can you do a complete circle with those?
We are in Southeast PA. Have you ever heard of a town called Harleysville? We're right near Harleysville. Yeah.
I'm with Captain.
Working on yesterday. Man, I'll tell you what. That's one thing I got to say about Captain, man. He just doesn't stop.
No, he just keeps going.
Yes, he used fabric. Thank God. I was thinking about that after I talked to you. I know, you know how old guys are. They're always like, I feel like they got to tell the young guys everything, like I always do to Brandon. But you know what to do. It'll be fine, bud.
It'll be fine, bud. So how's it like?
He hated plowing with that thing. He hated it.
It's not fun to plow in a military RV or Humvee, is it?
Yeah.
Ed, you never stop. He doesn't. Ed's always doing something.
Yeah. I owned 3 months cat. Oh my word.
Jay Drake, I had a couple friends that went to an operator program at Lehigh Valley Technical Career Center, but I never heard of that PCT in Williamsport. What did Grimmy and them guys go to? What was that?
Williamsport.
Was that what it was called?
What was it called?
I don't know. Where did Grimmy go?
I don't know.
know.
We put the dump truck we've had since the end of April of 2019, and today it has 46,000 miles on it. We put more miles on that than anything. That's why we bought the 450 to kind of share that load, because that's a lot of miles.
Yeah. MCF Works. Where are you getting from? Where are you from again? I'll be going to Telford looking at a Kubota for myself this week.
Oh yeah, we're at in Telford.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Penn
Yeah.
Tech. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
That's where
Penn
everybody-
Tech.
Yeah, that's where most people, operators we know, went to.
You don't have room to talk, Brandon. Brandon never stops talking.
No, I never stopped.
Never stops talking. And you know what? For anybody that doesn't have the opportunity, like a guy like Brandon, to come work with me, Penn Tech's great. You know what I mean? You got to get a baseline. But anybody that does go there, don't think you're going to come out of there knowing everything, because job experience is everything. I mean, Brandon could run a job better than anybody that could run a machine coming out of Penn Tech, because he knows how to do the job. So, yeah, I mean, just because you can run the machine. I used to have this guy working for me. My dad and I used to call him the rodeo operator. That guy was so smooth, could move that machine with such precise movement, and he couldn't dig a level, straight trench.
Yeah.
But he could pick a golf ball up off the ground with a tooth, or flip a quarter onto the tooth. And we'd say, Dave, that's great, but
Yeah.
you know, we're dumping 2 feet of stone under our sanitary main because you can't dig to the beam.
Yeah.
And you can't dig. I mean, if you got a beam in the trench, a laser beam, and you can't dig a straight trench, and you've got a laser beam in there pointing at you,
You got a problem.
that's pretty bad.
You guys are all talking about Scrapple. Yeah, Scrapple is amazing. We eat it with apple butter personally. Lots of ketchup.
RK, that's a very good point. You might be able to run a machine, but you cannot operate it. And
So
that comes with time.
I'll tell you something. I had a
Yeah.
buddy. I'm not going to mention names. That went to school at Lehigh Valley for operator school, and got out, and I got him a job at the farm I worked at. And I remember, man, he's like, "Oh yeah, I could run a machine."
Hey, Brad.
And he couldn't run it
Captain.
at all.
Next time we come out, we are going to bring you Scrapple.
So, Captain, at the corner at Mike's store there in Derby, there's something that looks just like Scrapple. They don't call it Scrapple.
No?
No, and I asked the lady, she's like, I never heard of Scrapple. She didn't know.
Oh, man.
But so you go down to Mike's corner store and take a picture of all the meat at the front, and I'll tell you which one to pick. I think it's Scrapple. They just don't call it Scrapple.
I definitely am going to bring some out there for you. Bobby has it right. Everything that's left there from the pig when you butcher it gets ground up into a paste.
Travis,
you slice that thin, throw it in a frying pan. It is so unhealthy, but man, it is so good. It is good eating.
So
Good
MCF works. I go to Grandview a handful of times with some buddies, but I don't go much. I have been there though.
I used to go there quite a bit when I was a kid, but in fact, what's his name? Fast Freddie Raymer lives right up the road from us, man. Man, there's a guy. There's a Sprint Cup guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah.
Great guy too, man. Great guy.
So Patrick, that's a Zach school. A lot of my buddies went to LCTI, and like I said, I mean, my one buddy's doesn't even operate equipment, but he has a great job doing. He's a pump truck operator, and he's pretty high up at a local concrete company at a young age. I got to say.
Yes, most full tilt. Habersat Scrapple is probably the best one you can buy on the market right now.
Bobby, I have to agree. I like that brand too. Dyer too. I'm not a good.
Dietrich.
Yeah, I'm not a good pronouncer. Okay, but we'll go with that. Dyer.
He's not a good pronouncer or enunciator.
Yeah, it's just all
Good
holes,
talker.
You know?
He's a good talker.
My R's can be a W
Right.
or R. You never know.
Yeah. You never know.
My S is all
It
blend.
depends. That's what the mood strikes you.
That's right. Well,
Yeah.
guys, we're gonna get ready to log off here. We've been on at this stream for 50 minutes, so it must have been a pretty long one
Yeah.
since we're on for 3 of them.
Yeah. Anybody's comment that we missed, I greatly apologize for that. I mean, we try to get to them all. I mean, you can see our eyes are on the screen constantly. But we really appreciate you guys logging in, and comment on our videos. We pride ourselves on answering every single comment. We will get back to you. Captain, thank you very much.
Thank you, Captain. Guys,
and we're gonna bring you some Scrapple, I promise.
and I'm gonna be in contact, guys. Before the next live feed, we'll have it right. I'll figure out. Jason's already texted me about what I need.
Yeah.
So I need an Ethernet cable. Apparently, I didn't know that. I don't need.
Travis, no problem. Scrapple's good stuff. B&K Excavating, never did find out where you're from, but you sound like you're local, man. Because I know there's a B&K Excavating near us.
Burnett, Mariah, we love you guys too.
Michael, thank you. Mimnex Excavating.
Michael is the guy that worked at JBS.
Okay.
Ping pong. God bless you too, buddy.
Yeah,
Pittsburgh B&K.
Pittsburgh. Okay, it's a different B&K though.
Okay.
But Pittsburgh, that's not too far from. We just drove through there a week ago. So, yeah, thank you so much, everybody. Bleeds Blue, Ford Blue. Thank you.
Mimnot X, sorry, buddy. We're going to bed. We got to be doing stuff. I got to go pick up my truck tomorrow and spend a couple thousand.
Thank you. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate everybody, man. We couldn't do it without you. Chris, Francis, Lance Center. Thank you so much, man. Really appreciate you guys.
Yeah, man. Everybody, thank you guys much. MC Works, get a hold of us and we'll try to meet up if we're not working. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys, hit the thumbs up button. We really appreciate it.
Gania. Paul Honeyman. Man, you guys are great. Thank you very much.
Appreciate it, guys. Thank you. Have a good night, and we'll see you next time. Hit the thumbs up button. Bye-bye.
Thanks. Red Dog. Or not. On anymore?